Small Town Big Mouth podcast listeners. This is Amber, your one and only.
And Nikki, your resident bartender. And today I have my friend Ginger, who I've known for 30 years.
At least.
Yeah, we worked at the Peppermill together and that place is gone. Anyway, she's here with her husband, Moreno.
Hello.
Hello, Moreno.
Welcome.
And Moreno is the name of your band, Space Hooker?
Yes.
Yes. I watched a YouTube video because I was trying to get, I was like, I don't know if I like that kind of music, but let me check.
Okay.
Is it death metal?
Oh, no.
What kind of music is it?
I'd say it's like a 9 Inch Nails, something you could dance to almost.
Yeah. I watched a video. It wasn't anything you got. It looked like some dude with a long beard put it on.
That was him.
No, it was a white guy.
Different guy. Oh.
He looked like a blonde haired guy with the guy that posted it.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I think
Because it showed the picture of the guy that posted it.
Yeah,
and I don't remember what song it was. I'll look and see right now while we're doing all this. But Ginger and Moreno, when did you guys get married?
2 years ago in a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got married on April Fool's Day, which then nobody believed us that we even did it because we didn't invite anybody.
You didn't even bring your son, huh?
No. And it's so funny because by the time we got home, he was out of school and we're like, oh, hey, we got married today. And he's like, you didn't even bring me cake. And I was like,
Aww.
The fact that you thought we had a whole wedding and you weren't
Didn't
there.
invite him.
Without you.
Yeah. And then we're still laughing about that. Kids are so funny. But yeah, it was like a secret. What do they call that? Private ceremony or whatever?
Secret ceremony, something.
Eloping?
Not necessarily, but it was private, at the city hall or the administration building, and only the two of us can get the records. So it was
Confidential.
Confidential. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That would have drove me nuts all day until 3:00 this morning.
Well, do me a little favor and our listeners, give us a little backstory about each of you and your relationship and how long you guys been together.
Super, sickly sweet. It was, attraction at first sight. But he was, we were both married to other people. So we were friends for a very long time. And then one day we were just like, you know what? I think this could work. We felt mutual about it. So, it broke people's hearts. I was definitely a villain in a bunch of stories. And that's fine because it's true. But, there was... some of our other friends accepted it and they kind of saw it coming. He wasn't happy in his relationship and I had dipped out on my husband for a long time before that. I was a single mom for 5 years. And then we were like, you know what? Time's just slipping by. So,
We all deserve to be happy, so.
yeah.
We got a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that.
It's true. You have one life. How are you going to live your life not being happy? And then you're going to regret it one day. So
For real. And I'll tell you guys, I've lived a bunch of different places. I grew up here in the Central Valley and then I moved away. I lived in Vegas. I lived in San Diego. I lived in Tijuana.
I was telling her.
Which is a whole different thing. But I never met anybody as good as him. He's the best. I look up to him.
Well,
He's super hot. I told my friends in San Diego, they're like, don't move, you're dumb. And I was like, my boyfriend's hot and he says he loves me, so fuck you. Oh, shit. Can we cuss?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
it's on now.
it's on.
You can say whatever you want.
All right, cool. Yeah.
We're unfiltered, so it's all good.
That's how I see it. How do you see it?
That's basically it in a nutshell. We heard a lot of people along the way, making this. It was inevitable. It was going to happen regardless. Us being together and
Soulmates?
I was when we first seen each other.
Maybe.
We remember.
Maybe if I have a soul. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Oh, you're dark like me. No.
A little. I just don't know all the answers. So.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that's she nailed it. That was it. And once we started it wasn't going to stop.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's amazing. You guys look like it's new, honeymoon stage, So
It feels like it's still brand new.
That's awesome because when we'd hang out in San Diego when we were first hanging out, there was a lady that stopped us and said, she asked us how long we've been together. And we're like,
about 45 minutes.
just a few months, because I was seeing her and I was going down there.
Right.
And we're like, she was like, it looks like you guys have been together forever. You guys are so happy. And that's pretty much.
And I'm like, we met in prison. I'm just kidding.
Hey, sometimes it happens that way.
But it ran its course really fast, and we're still happy.
That's
So, what advice would you give people that may be in another situation, haven't let go of a current situation, or maybe a relationship that they're out of but still holding on to? What advice would you give them?
Depends on how healthy that is. You know, I didn't want to like boil his bunnies after, you know, I don't know. It just depends on that person, what you do in the day and what you can sleep peacefully at night knowing that you did. You know, we apologize to everybody, but we just needed each other.
Are there people that are still mad at you?
Probably. But I'm mad at a bunch of people from like 7th grade. I'm considering opening up a grudgery. So if you have any old like hate, you want to bring it to me, I'll take care of it. A revengery, if you
That's
will.
like a whole fucking show for that.
Yes, we were just talking about fake friends and like you gotta let things go. I mean,
You know what's even weirder than that? When you have a friend who you realize after an amount of time that person is only friends with you to like see you fuck up.
Yes.
Like that's enough for them.
yeah.
That's bananas. And I've been seeing that more and more lately. I don't know. The older you get, the wiser you get.
The more things come clear.
People get weeded out, trash takes out itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at our age, you just like start calling bullshit for what it is, you know?
Right.
But you guys have each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, see, we're single. So for us, it's like, it's hard because we're both single. Like for me, it's really hard because I'm fucking almost, I don't even know how old I'm going to be. What the fuck? I'm going to be 53 and on Friday, I'm going to be 53. And I've been single for 10 years or more.
Well, I was a single mom for a really long time. You know, when he met me, I was a single mom and I was just like, I'm happy just being a mom. You know, you're with a little kid and they don't care if you eat cereal for dinner. They're just happy to be with you. And that was enough for me. Like I didn't need a boyfriend while I was a single mom. I just wanted to enjoy my kid. And this was like the only attempt I made for a relationship while I was a single mom. I went from like my ex-husband to just being with my kid to him. So like my son didn't see a bunch of boyfriends. I figured that another man in my life was the last solution that I needed. And if this didn't work out, I was cool being single for a really long time after that too.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I have 2 kids, 2 daughters, and I don't want to bring different men around. The right person will come at the right time.
And
At
I
least I
agree.
hope.
I agree. I don't think it's very good to be bringing a bunch of men around. And well, especially for you, she's a widow. So yeah,
sucks.
that's really hard.
Well, Iman was, you know, like all 3 of my grandmas, well, you know, my grandmas that I got to see, they were single after their husbands passed and they were cool with that. Iman was married to David Bowie and she was like, I don't need nobody else after he passed. And she was fine with that. I see myself being like that too.
I think I'm more like my kids just need to, I mean, if it happens before they turn 18, one of them's 17, going to be 18 this year. My youngest will be 12 at the end of the month. So, you know, until they're out of the house and kind of doing their own thing, like my focus is on them. So,
but I'm past that.
Yeah,
my
you
kid
are.
is like way out of the house, and I'm just like, I'm here all fucking bored by myself. You know, I don't got no kid, I don't got no man, I got nothing.
I'm about to put on a shirt that says "single and ready to mingle" and walk into Home Depot.
Do you one of those? Do you need one of those QR code things on your shirt? Have
Yes,
you seen those videos?
I
with
need
the
one.
The QR code.
Oh
My birthday's coming up. I need a shirt.
Oh shit! Let me get on that for Vegas.
I don't really understand what you're talking about because we walked into that bar. We ain't been in the bar. I play at different places, and that's like the last time that we've been at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Nikki's bar, and it's like a friggin' meat market, and everybody's just walking around. I don't know how many times she got her ass grabbed by girls.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't.
Yeah.
We came up to the table and there was a girl talking to Moreno and his friend Sal. And then I think she saw me and Nikki and got like kind of scared, like, oh, I don't know which one is with who, but it's 2 girls and 2 guys. I should probably exodus this situation. And then she's walking past me. She's like, you're sexy. I'm all, I know, but I'm not buying you a drink.
Yeah, I mean,
I like telling other women they're beautiful too.
Oh, yeah, totally.
yeah, but you don't grab their ass when you walk by them.
I mean, maybe
Maybe.
if I'm drunk enough.
That's what it was.
Only if I know them, though.
How cute.
And it's fun until they ask you to pay their phone bill. Just kidding.
I'm like, bitch, you better pay mine.
Oh my god. Okay, Amber typed up some questions that we thought would be fun. So let's start with. Well, I'm going to start with number 1. If your relationship had a theme song, what would it be and why?
What do you think?
Oh, damn.
You're a music guy.
Never can get enough.
Oh, that's so cute.
No, I will fuck you guys up with it when it comes to that. When it comes to romantic
Yeah,
songs.
songs. We send each other a bunch of, like, we have a bunch of songs that's like, remember that?
Such a love language.
Yeah,
Definitely. He took me to see The Cult when he proposed, though. So maybe we were just listening to that today.
A Fire Woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, I remember we were.
Oh, it was a whole crazy day. We're in Vegas and we're going to go see The Cult on Fremont Street. It's like the free concert summer series on Fremont.
Awesome.
Super cool. And he was dragging me around the strip all day. And I was like, oh, I used to live here. This shit sucks. Because when you live in Vegas, you're like, that's the last goddamn place I want to go. But, it was fun. Like, it was super hot. He's dragging me around. I'm like, can we just go back to the room and get ready? I didn't know he was trying to find a place to propose. It's so cute. And then he proposed in the room and played the first song I ever sent him. Super romantic.
What was the first song you ever sent him?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, do we not remember?
Oh, no. We know it. We played it for our wedding theme, and I made a video with it and everything, yeah.
What is it?
I don't think you know it. Who's the girl?
Her name, it's like a not a popular band. It's like not pop music. What is the name?
What's
of
the
that?
name of
It's
the
just
song?
a sexy ass song. It's called With You or In You or something.
Oh my gosh! No. Oh my
Just
gosh!
teasing.
It's called "We're Doing Something Scandalous." Just
No, but it's I'll bring up the little video that I made that I put on Facebook for that day that I actually made everything.
But while he looks for that, so then I cried because that was awesome, and it's so funny because I always tell him I'm your biggest fan, and we were planning on going to the show, and I was wearing his band T-shirt like a total fangirl. Super super fun. And then we went to Fremont Street. We got a table on the patio at the bar next to the stage. Like we paid for that reservation, and then the manager came over and he was like, the manager comes by and he's like, how you doing? How's it going? And you're like, you're totally a pit boss. And Moreno's like, I just proposed and she said yes. And he showed the guy my ring, and then that was it.
It was over, man.
He brought us drinks, and we ended up drinking tequila out of a plastic bag. It was
Ridiculous, dude.
it was like
He got us so.
it was like being 18 years old in Tijuana. It was crazy.
Oh my god.
So much fun. And then we met up with one of my girlfriends, and then it just kept getting funnier from there because she's hilarious. And then, oh my God, she's just too much. We go back to her house and somebody ends up throwing in the bushes outside of her house. And I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. And she's all, you know how much I pay for HOA? Fuck them plants.
I hate HOAs.
It's
Do you have an
not
HOA?
fair.
I don't, but I've lived in them.
Yeah.
And they're fucking assholes. Like, get a life.
It's crazy how they do their like independent laws, like
Yeah.
we can write you all these bills and then take away your house. And now some of them are doing like traffic tickets too.
That's
And it's
ridiculous.
like when you go to your cousin's house for the summer vacation and they're like, we're gonna play this game, Monopoly or Uno or whatever, and they're like, and we have house rules, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I can barely keep up with the regular rules, and now you're changing everything. I mean, I guess that's how I feel about HOAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I could turn it up. I don't know
Yeah.
who's going to hear it, but
You could play it into the mic.
Can I see?
okay.
Aw, that's so cute. So it's a video of Moreno and Ginger, and it's just Ginger's very photogenic. When we worked at the Peppermill, there was that guy that was always like, "Come over, let me take pictures of you." He was your
Oh
friend.
yeah, my friend Rick, and he
Yeah.
did take pictures of me. They came out beautiful.
Very sexy.
Wherever we go, this one gets a lot of attention.
Because she's beautiful.
I made this video, and everybody looks at, oh man, it's so cool. How did you know how to do it? It's all in reverse if you really look at it.
Oh, when she kicks up her leg.
Everything, yeah. Anyway, that's the song. You asked what the song was.
Where's that picture taken at though?
The video was at
Roding Park.
Roding Park. At
Okay.
the little,
yeah, I was gonna say it was either that or I thought I thought it was right there by the Peppermill.
Oh my God, right? Seriously.
All the
You know
vines
what I'm
are-
talking about?
Hey,
Yeah.
how about, do you remember when we worked at Peppermill, or when I worked at Peppermill, and that one manager, like, I was the only girl that he didn't sexually harass. Corporate called us all in for a meeting. You know, they're
I was
interviewing-
gone. I had to be gone by then.
He was so cool. He was like, he looked like a little mobster villain. He was from the East Coast, and they're like, "Hey, how do you feel about this guy? What does he talk to you about?" I'm all, "Oh, he's totally cool. He tells me all this stuff about the East Coast, and he's funny. He's always got a good story about his kids." And I was the only girl in that restaurant he didn't sexually harass.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Maybe I looked like I would
Right.
beat him up. Or maybe I looked like the first one to narc. I don't know.
That's funny.
Ginger and I had a lot of good times there. We hung out a lot when we worked there together.
That was a really good time in like bartending history. The money was ridiculously good. Ridiculously
Yeah.
good. It was probably like equal to making $1,000 a night right now.
Yeah. We had good times at the
Peppermill.
Peppermill. I think it was the costumes that we wore, but whatever.
You guys wore
I
costumes?
bet. Yeah, because I've seen those costumes.
Do what?
You guys wore costumes?
So it was these really short shorts, and you wore like a tuxedo jacket.
Oh, yeah.
But you wore this like sparkly fucking vest thing that
Your
was,
titties
your
were hanging
boobs were like
out.
not. They weren't hanging out. They couldn't even get out, sir. They were so smashed in there, huh?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
They were. A lot of girls accuse me of having like fake boobs, and I'm all, no. And they're like, your name's not even Ginger anyways. And I'm all, okay, I don't have to explain this.
Was that Jill?
No. Jill was fun. She was super cute. That was Bruce's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
And then she worked. Did we ever go to Silver Dollar? We used
No,
to just
I saw
go
her there.
We would go from work to like dive bars because
Yeah.
that's the easiest place to go. The drinks are cheap. You can tip the bartender like $50. You can have free drinks all night. It was
And I
super
think
fun.
because we were always getting kicked out of our own bar, right?
Yeah.
How many times did we get? Yeah.
as much as that jealous ass manager didn't want us
You
hanging out.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Well,
Gotta
she was kind of a pain in the ass.
She was a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, like people wanted to come in and hang out with us after work, and we'd be like, "Well, bring in the crowd," and she'd be like, "You take the crowd the fuck out of here." So we'd go to like Kingfish. Remember Kingfish?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'd go get drunk at whatever bar that was, the Stardust.
It was the Stardust.
And then we'd eat breakfast at Lions. It was like a
Yeah.
whole fucking
All
vibe.
the boys would just follow you guys right wherever the fuck you were going
a couple
next.
times we went to Black Angus. That wasn't fun at all.
No.
Giselle. We went with Giselle. Remember Giselle, the light-skinned black girl that worked with us? Real tall, pretty.
They were all pretty.
Yeah. It was me, you, and her. We would always go everywhere together. But you and I kept in contact. She ended up marrying like someone that played football for like Arizona State or something. Yeah. She's probably married to some NBA or NFL football player right now. Yeah.
I don't know. Those clubs were just disgusting.
Yeah.
It's a good place to like meet a guy and get warts.
Yeah.
But we saw it for what it was. Like we just
Yeah.
wanted to go
Yeah.
somewhere and decompress and like have drinks and know the other bartenders. Like when you said you went to another bar and you're like, "Hey, how do you guys make this drink?" And then the girl acted shitty, and it's just like, why wouldn't you?
It was a man,
Oh,
and it was at Splash. Was it Splash or?
Yeah, I think we did go to.
Where-
I don't know. We
Yeah, it was one of
went
the
to a
gay
lot of
bars in
places.
Tower, which I'm fine, cool, I don't mind. But he had his long nails, and he was like, "I'm not gonna tell you what's in my Mexican candy," all crazy with his nails all over the place. And I was like, okay,
Must have been Splash.
I just wanted to know like what I was gonna be drinking, okay, because I'm trying not to mix a bunch of shit together. And then I was buying a drink. I think I was buying you a drink.
You bought me a Mexican candy.
Yeah, but she didn't make it at all. Like, it's Mexican candy is made with tequila. That is the main ingredient. That's why it's a Mexican candy. The bitch made it with fucking Malibu and fucking X-rated, which is nothing Mexican about it.
you're like not a Mexican.
No.
So
At least
some-
use the
some
spicy that spicy
The
Tahini.
the tahine. It was
the-
good. I'm not saying it wasn't
No,
good.
You're talking about
Tamarind.
chamoy, like that thick
The
rim
chamoy
sauce.
and
the
tahine.
Smirnoff vodka.
The tamarind.
Oh my god, I was on that shit
Yes.
for like a year and a half. Remember?
That was a watermelon iced tea and tahine. Woo.
That sounds delicious.
Well, that does. I mean, I haven't even really been drinking that much lately, and that sounds like a good.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm gonna throw up.
Well, I mean, after Cinco de Mayo,
I know.
Your Mexican candy shots were fucking
it was perfect.
bomb. After that, we were like ordering wherever we'd go, we asked for that, and you're like,
And then, and I tried making them. They didn't come out the same. I just gave up.
they're
That's
good,
fine.
but yeah, yours were
Next time you guys come in, I'll make you some more.
cool.
For sure.
Okay, Amber, you
all right. If you guys could create a holiday just for the two of you, what would it be called, and how would you celebrate it?
Dude, really? We're like fucking gross in love.
Yeah,
still,
I know.
so-
we're like totally gay for each other, and that's fine. It's fine if you're gonna be
You
gay
know
for
what?
somebody. I mean, it's
I mean, I hope to be gay for somebody too. I mean,
yeah, no. And I tell him, and this is like the extent of the gayness. I'm like, babe, it's like Valentine's Day every day with you, or like. I don't know. He looks like Christmas to me when I see him. When he comes home from work, you get real excited when you see
you
the
guys are
tree and
making
the
me
presents.
fucking sick now. No,
I'm
That's what I'm
telling you.
saying. I'm this is like
The
your fans are
Google
gonna be like,
AI
"What the fuck?"
I know, right?
No,
No,
I mean,
they won't because they're probably used to us like bashing on fucking
Yeah, I mean,
dating websites and stuff.
you guys are lucky to be in love, and
Yeah.
We say it all the time.
yeah,
Because
we
a
know
lot
it.
of friends we have.
a lot of drama in relationships, or people grow apart, or whatever it may be. But maybe you guys found each other at the right time in your lives, and
Yeah. I think that was probably the last, like, if you believe in, you come to this, earth to have a life experience and reincarnation and all that stuff. Like, maybe that was the last thing I was, like, a loose end to tie up, was to fall in, like, real love. But I respect him and his time and what he offers me, and I look up to him, and he teaches me things all the time, and mostly importantly, how to be a better person. And I think that's super important, because my ex-husband used to call me chubby lady. and he was a cheater, and I was like, guys just fucking suck. My high school boyfriend was super like lame too, and at a certain point you're like, well,
And
they're
Nikki
all lame.
knew him, no?
Christian. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I had a high school boyfriend. He was the worst, but I knew I wasn't related to him because I was from Sanger and he was from Fresno, and he was, a white guy. No, legit, that is true. Like,
Because I was
That's
like,
true.
because I almost like, so how many boyfriends did you have from Sanger? She's like, none. I had one, and he wasn't even from Sanger. I'm like, oh, thank God.
yeah, because by high school everybody had already like gone around or made out, and you don't know who's really cousins, and they don't even know
my
it.
God.
No, it's a one high school town, so the pool is
Sanger.
very small. Yeah, and everybody knew my dad and my family, and they were well respected. And I was like, not gonna like have a bunch of boyfriends. That's embarrassing to my dad, who was already like, he took me to Wild Water Adventure. Remember the park, the Wet and Wild
Yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, I was like 16 years old, and I took off my shirt because I'm going to go on the water slides. And he's like, put your clothes back on. And I was like, way to make it awkward.
oh my
I'm just going to go sit in the car.
like, why'd you even bring me here?
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have a relationship with your dad now?
I mean, I'm busy. I'm so busy all the time. I got to like do stuff like mop the floor. I'm just kidding. No, he lives in San Diego. And it's funny because he told me, when you lived in San Diego, you came and saw me more often. I'm like, yeah, but it's just, I jump on the freeway and drive to your house now. I got to drive from Clovis to Sanger. There's like 17 stop signs. It's a pain in the ass. It's a whole fucking deal. But it's all, I don't know. My dad's not very much older than me. He had me really young. So I don't have like, if he was 90, I'd probably be over there like twice a week. you
Right.
know? But yeah, he's cool. He's probably like, I look up to him and my uncle a lot growing up, because they're good men. They're good men. But now I have my husband, who's the best man I ever met. So I don't know.
I just remember when we were friends, like you always knew like guy shit. You know how to fix cars and
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
She could put like an alternator in your car if you needed her to. And I thought that was like, what the fuck? Who taught you that?
Her dad and her uncle, they're such gearheads, man. They know a little bit about fucking everything. It's wild. I hang out with them, man. They blow my mind.
Yeah, that stuff just comes naturally to me. Like, they're all
You
engineers.
you were born into that.
Yeah, we had a family shop, and now I have Moreno, who took all of that off my plate. So he lets me be like in my true feminine energy, and he has built me
I
furniture.
so want that.
Are you guys ready to throw up yet, or what?
No.
Because she'll just keep going.
No, I think we're jealous.
I'm a little. I mean, I don't think I'm jealous. Like I really
Envious.
I admire that, because I feel like once I start feeling like I'm wearing the pants in a relationship, or if I'm dating a guy, you're a bit like a little bitch. And even though he's really not like a little bitch, I just carry a lot in how it's.
Well, we're alphas.
So I need somebody that needs.
I feel like
want
you're an
somebody, a man
alpha.
to look at me.
I had to be for the longest
Right.
time.
And I know her and I are. And so that's what makes it hard when you date someone and they're just like, oh, I said something that offended you. Fuck yourself. I don't like what?
I want a man to be able to look at me like shut the fuck up without saying shut the fuck up, and me being like, okay.
Not like I know my place, but like you don't have to tell me. You could just give me a look and I'll be like, oh, okay.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Well,
That's basically.
There has been times I bite my tongue, primarily just because I don't want to embarrass him. I have to be like a lady in front, and I understand, like, you know, I say some pretty blunt shit to people, but I don't want to embarrass him. And he has built me furniture out of like me mentioning, oh, hey, you know what? I think I need this, and he just freaking builds it. So
let's start a list of what I need.
Yeah. Can we rent a husband?
I know. And like
Can we
Nikki,
just borrow him for a moment?
Do you have any friends?
like Nikki said, I was the alpha for a long time and, you know, had to take care of myself. I remember changing my distributor cap in front of my little brother, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, super impressed, you know. I remember the day my dad gave me my first tool was a screwdriver, and I was so excited.
She still has it.
Yeah, and he was like, do you really wouldn't rather have like makeup or something? And I'm like, what? I can fix all kinds of stuff. And I did, and I still have that tool. Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know. It just works out in its own time if you're open to it. I wasn't looking when I knew I needed him. But
Right.
then once I figured out that I needed him,
that's how it works. You weren't looking. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're both out here looking because we're on dating websites and trying to figure out, you know. But I mean, that's just what you like. What am I supposed to do? I'm not meeting people at the bar. They're fucking children.
See, and for me on dating websites, I'm such a left swiper because a guy, like it's a picture doesn't really tell you about anybody. I need to see somebody like their personality.
Yeah.
That's what I'm attracted to. So I'm just like left. Like I don't even talk to anybody because I don't want to go through like, oh, how was your day? What, you know what I mean? Like, it's stupid.
Yeah, but how are you going to get to know them? Or just...
I just want to meet somebody naturally.
We want to meet someone organically, but how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? How do you do that when, like, I have no opportunity to do that because I work every weekend. So, like, for me, I'd have to meet someone, like, on a Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. Where am I going on a Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday to meet eligible bachelors? Yeah, like he's trying to think about that.
I don't know. I mean, I was playing in a band when we locked eyes, so she wasn't even supposed to be there, and we seen each other.
Yeah, I know. My friend invited me out, and I was like, no, I have a 4-year-old, and I really just want to watch him sleep because he's a lot of fun. Dude, being a single mom was the best. And then I had like one friend in San Diego because, I mean, the people that you work with are your friends, but I had like one friend, and that was cool with me. And her husband was super jealous of me. He after a period of time, he accused me of like wanting to steal his wife, and I'm like, I know, I totally could, but he accused me of being lesbian because he never saw me with dudes, and I'm like, I'm literally like smoking a blunt and eating hot Cheetos in my sweats. I'd feel bad for a dude that hits on me right now because he needs to raise his standards. But also, like, I mean, what's going to make you happy if you do see me with a bunch of dudes and then you're like, a friend's a whore? Like,
Yeah.
you can't make anybody happy. They're going to...
I cannot stand a jealous man. Can't stand it.
Depends on if they're jealous because they feel like you're trying to make them jealous. I don't give him any reasons to be jealous or angry.
Are you a jealous person, Moreno?
I can be, definitely, but I mean...
But you know she loves you, so she's not going anywhere. So if someone were to say something to her, that would just be them saying something. She wouldn't feed into it.
Fuck no. I told him if we go somewhere and somebody hits on me, they're trying to rob us.
Like, if they're trying to buy you a drink, get that fucking drink.
See what I'm talking about? Oh my God.
You know what I mean? I ain't tripping. Man, she's beautiful. I mean...
Clearly
dudes
you
are
love
going
her,
to
and of
want-
course she's beautiful, or you wouldn't be with her.
Dudes are gonna freaking do what they're gonna do, because if I was single and I'd seen her freaking pull up to the bar, you know what I mean, to get her man a drink, I would be like, oh my God, she's freaking hot. I'll send her a drink, this and that. She'll get it, and she'll send it to me, but, you know, and break the guy's
Heart.
spirit. But it's...
Guys are hella scary. I went to one show without him, and it was a huge mistake.
I sent her to
because
that show.
I smoked a bunch of weed and started tripping. But also, I mean,
Sent her to that show because the next night she was going to come back into town, and I was playing a show on her birthday.
yeah, so he was at home preparing for the show, which was, you know, he already saw that band. He opened for them. I don't know how much more he could have been impressed with the whole situation, but I got to go with my bestie from San Diego and her husband. It was cool. you know? But the vibe got very rapey because, you know, guys, they see a girl by herself and then they get very like, they're, oh, why are you by yourself? And I could have only been more covered up if I had on like a hijab, dude. I was wearing sweats, like
she's lying. I seen what she was wearing. She looked hella good.
Sweats, sweats in my Air Force Ones and a baseball cap. There was
but that's still cute.
Whatever. She looked fucking smoking. Like I said, if I was single, I would have been following this girl.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even care. And she had followers, and she was too loaded, and
I had to go sit by the cops. And hold onto the earth.
You're like, excuse me, I'm really high. Can I sit down next to you for a moment?
Legit, I like had to hold onto the grass and be like, well, if I fucking die here, I'm gonna have to haunt this Petco park. That sucks. Yeah, it was scary. And then I like calmed down a little bit and then found my bestie and her husband. And then the show was over and people are like leaving. And then, oh my God, my friend's husband was like, my friend's husband's cousin had ran into them and he's like, what are you guys doing after? Like, you want to hang out? And I'm all, what? You don't have a job? Like, don't you have to go home and go to bed? This is Thursday night, dude. And then my bestie's like, I have a better chance of making out with her than you do. Just
That's crazy. Well, I have another question since you didn't want to answer the holiday one because you guys are...
Every day's a holiday.
I forgot about it.
Every day's a holiday for you guys.
Every day's a holiday.
Okay, so would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck, and why?
She asked me this shit earlier.
Don't give your answer.
Okay.
100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
100 of the small ones. You can use your feet
horses.
with the small ones.
I'm like, where's the broom?
I'm shooting.
That's a hell of a question.
I don't even know where that came from.
What did you look up on ChatGPT? Like,
Where'd you get this shit?
What are the most random questions I can
I
ask
just
someone?
ask random, funny, crazy questions,
funny.
right?
what about you? What would you do?
I would go for the 100. I'm gonna be kicking them and what, you know.
Use your feet.
Because I think one big ass duck is scary.
Yeah. That'd be like the cyclops.
Yeah, they got like teeth and stuff.
Yeah. I don't
Definitely.
know.
They don't have teeth, but they got those ridges that would, and if it's that big, I don't know about that.
That situation might break my brain.
I was watching you right now. I thought it was going to break your brain.
No, really, I'd be like, did somebody put something in whatever I was drinking earlier? Like, that'd be crazy.
All right, here's another kind of question. If you woke up tomorrow with the ability to speak to animals, what's the first thing you'd ask?
Probably what the fuck? What the fuck? Once again, did you put something in my drink bottle? But I wish dogs could laugh. That would be like super rewarding if you could crack a joke to your dog and he starts laughing.
She's not going to give you an answer. She'll just fucking
Go somewhere else.
go somewhere else. As far as animals speaking to you, the first thing I would ask them.
Yeah. After the whole like shock.
Yeah, after you woke up and realized you were Dr. Doolittle.
Oh fuck! What would we tell Jones?
That'd be awful. I'm
That would
already
be
annoyed with people talking to me, and then all the animals are gonna talk to me too.
See what I mean?
She'd be like, am I going crazy?
Okay. What's the weirdest or funniest habit you guys have picked up from each other?
Habit.
Weirdest.
Weird or funny habit? Is there something that he does that you do, or something that she does that you do that like maybe you didn't do before, and it's like odd for you?
Oh man, we talk goofy. We talk goofy shit. I'll say something, or we'll hear a song and then just like change the lyrics and make them all fucking goofy, and she'll start adding more stupid
See,
goofy
this doesn't
shit.
surprise me because I know Ginger though.
She's funny. She's funny.
She is funny, and nothing that really doesn't surprise me at all because that's like some shit we would do driving down the street.
Yeah, I love everything absurd.
She does.
I grew up in an Italian family, so we like listen to Italian music. It's just fun, just almost like polka, just stupid shit. And my dad, he'd make up stupid shit like that. And when I would do that, she would just catch on to it and
Go
like,
with it.
fucking one up me every time. Yeah, she's good at it. She's funny. She's quick.
She is quick and she's
I
smart.
think Amber was expecting me to say like maybe I blow my nose in the shower. Just kidding.
She does do that.
I do. That's the best place to blow your nose.
Yeah,
that-
it is.
It's weird, but that turns me on. So
I'm sure anything she does probably turns you on.
next question.
Oh my God.
Nikki, go for it.
What is your favorite inside joke or a nickname that only the two of you share? Do you guys have a nickname for each other?
Well, there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. But of all the names we call each other, I think our first names are the least thing we call each other.
Right.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would be weird if you called each other by your first names.
Well, yeah, there'd be something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's informal.
Right.
Right.
Our son does that to us to fuck with us. And it was like, wait a minute.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind
Her
it
name's
'cause-
Mom.
Oh my God. You sound
Ginger.
really hot when you're talking, so I wouldn't mind hearing my first name more often. I like the
Ginger?
way it's, oh yeah.
Oh my God.
See, melted, immediately melted.
All right, here we go. How do you support each other during tough times?
Man, last year was a motherfucker for us.
Why?
She had medical stuff going on.
Oh, that's right. She did tell me
and
that.
I took as much time as I could off all the time.
The last couple years have been rough. He's seen me go through a bunch of shit. We just tackle it like it wasn't no big deal, because we have each other, and at the end of the day, that's what we need. But what did I say when I recovered from my thing this year? I said, I'm back from the dead like Jesus. I'm going to rain filth and revenge on everybody who wronged me.
Wish you all ill.
How was COVID for you guys?
It's another one. She was laid out for a
We
while.
loved it. There was no traffic, nobody at the stores.
This bitch.
Honestly, I didn't miss a day's. I didn't have to miss a day's worth of work, but I did because she was sick for I think 2 or 3 weeks. I stayed home with her because she was so sick.
What sick from COVID?
Yeah, she got really ill.
Yeah, it was bananas. I mean, you hear about it on the TV and the radio, and then you get sick and you're like, what the fuck? It was crazy.
See, and I had COVID like 2 or 3 times, but I was never like sick. Right. I was trying to go back to work. I'm like calling my boss, like, can I come in? He's like, no, you tested positive. Stay home. Yeah.
Right. Somebody just told me their brother had COVID, and I was like, oh, that's still a thing?
Right,
Yeah.
Big deal, right?
It's not a big thing anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you have COVID. You're 5 days out of work. Okay.
How did you feel about COVID besides me getting sick?
Were you still working?
I was working. I like I said, there was like 2 or 3 weeks that I missed because she was sick. She was so sick. I never seen her so sick. She'd go from the bed to the couch, back to the bed. And she's not like that when she gets up in the morning, man. She's nonstop cleaning or this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I seen that and I'm like, no way. No way. And she stayed that way for like over a week. So I stayed home with her.
But you were an essential worker, so you had to keep working.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You didn't get COVID?
No. And I was
Taking care of
with
her. Yeah.
I was right next to her. And I was working in San Jose as well. And I never missed it. It was awesome because I would go to work 3 a.m. to get there at 6 o'clock to start working. And there wasn't,
No traffic.
like 1 or 2 freaking cars, man. And they were going like a 200 miles an hour. Yeah, it was awesome. It's weird. It was the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen
Yeah.
in my life.
Well, everything was like, even in like Venice, the water got all clear and like all kinds of weird natural things were happening because people weren't like doing the things that they normally do. There wasn't as much pollution.
Right.
I still don't forgive everybody for how they acted about toilet paper.
Right. She's right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
She's right.
That was crazy.
Right.
Toilet paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what qualities do you admire most in your partner, Ginger? I'm going to have you go first. What do you admire the most?
You guys ain't got enough fucking time.
For you or for Ginger?
One thing.
Oh, one thing.
One thing.
What's the number one thing you admire about Moreno?
What's the first thing that comes to your head?
He makes me better. I look up to him. I admire everything about him. Everything. He is just so easy. He's so easy.
It's like the missing puzzle piece.
It's like he doesn't deserve to be like fucked with, like how people, when you're young and you have your first boyfriends or whatever, your first girlfriends, and you guys are like playing games. He doesn't have time for that. He's just like easy to get along with.
Yeah. Okay. And you, what do you admire most about Ginger?
My sweet pea angel.
Oh,
Man,
Crickets.
I swear.
he's like, there's so many.
I know, you
Yeah.
guys are going to make me cry.
No, I mean, honestly, everything about this woman is just, when I fell in love with her, that was it. And I'd do anything for her.
And
As far as her as a whole, I'd have to say the same thing. I mean, she makes me want to do. When I do things for her, whatever, it's not there's
Not like you have to.
nothing, man. You know what I mean? I go
because you want
I go
to.
grocery shopping. I go do this and that, blah, 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 without her, you know what I mean, asking or nothing. And I've never done shit like that, ever.
Yeah.
I've done a ton of shit in my life. I don't give a fuck about a lot of things. This one here, man, I'll fucking do it without even her, you know.
Yeah.
Just because I know it needs to be done, I'll do it. You know?
See, and I can respect that because I think that's where what you guys have, I think a lot of people are lacking in relationships because one, maybe you're young and you stick with somebody and it's really not the right long-term match, right?
You want it, though.
Yeah, like I want that. Like I know my husband, we had an understanding. And regardless of no matter what happened, like he had my back and I had his. Unfortunately, he's not here anymore, but life goes on. And I'm hoping I can get that and more, you know? So.
Well, see, that's why you don't just settle.
I
Good for
won't
you.
settle. Yeah.
Good for you. Because that's...
I don't need a man. I mean, it'd be nice, you know, take out the trash.
Well, it's not easy when you're like an alpha female, like you said.
Yeah.
And also, you're kind like too smart. Like did you guys watch Down for Love on Netflix with the Down
No.
syndrome people looking for love?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
I started watching that and
Oh,
oh my
they're
god, I gotta
so
go back to that. Thank you
It's
for
the best
reminding
show.
me. Yeah.
It's the best show.
It's so sweet because these people are just like happy to be alive. But at a certain point, like when you're not that simple, things get really complicated and you can't just be satisfied with anything. But I kind of,
You
you
feel
know,
bad for them.
Yeah. I was super cynical before, you know, we fell in love. I was like, that shit's gay. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to go like clubbing in Shanghai. You know what I mean? Like anything.
Me too.
Anything in this world is possible. You can have it if you just go for it. But love was like the last thing. I got, you know, I love myself. I thought I was super cool. And I love my kid and I was busy all day. Like I had shit to do and I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. And then I was like, oh, I'm so gay for this dude.
Don't worry. When my day comes, I'm gonna say I'm hella gay for this shit too. And my friends are gonna be like, all that shit talking, and I'm like, because now one of my good friends, Christina, I'm like, okay, old lady, like fucking don't go out no more. I don't want to do nothing, you know. In bed, or they were at breakfast Sunday, and she's like, we go every Sunday, and I'm like, of course you do. Like, what the fuck?
Do you guys still go out and do things and like,
Totally.
yeah,
They're like best friends.
right.
Yeah. You mean like go to restaurants and stuff?
I mean, anything.
Like-
Like, I know you guys came in the bar, but like, would you guys ever go out like on a Saturday night and go out and go dancing somewhere or is that just not your jam?
So, I mean, sure. Normally I'd go play somewhere, but I've been focusing on work. But yeah, if I'm playing somewhere or whatever, yeah, we do that. But as far as going and go dancing, she's not really a dancer. I'd take her if she wanted to, and she dances for me at home.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, I guess it just depends on what the thing is. I mean, we still go places.
Yeah.
Where did we go last week?
We were bar hopping with your uncle.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
If we feel it, we just go and just do
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? We got a 16-year-old at home, and he is an energy vampire.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, he's a teenager. He's
a
like
teenager.
struggling with his own shit, and we ask him questions to try to figure him out, and it's just like
It's
super.
draining.
It's draining
It drains
because they
us.
don't want to give it up, or
Oh yeah.
you know. But
Try to figure him out.
yeah, I mean, we're kind of homebodies.
I'm gonna give you some advice. Don't try and figure him out. He's trying to figure himself out, and he doesn't know what to tell you.
That's why I listen to her,
Yeah.
because that's what she.
I have a 33-year-old. I get it.
How old was he when he came back to you with like gratitude and like wanted to hang out with you. Because when my kid
You don't
was
wanna
little,
hear this.
he wanted to hang out with me.
Don't say you're still struggling with that.
No, but it didn't happen until after he turned 30.
Holy shit.
We just had this conversation.
We just had this conversation on our last podcast. But my son had a lot of animosity towards me because of the things that I had to do as a single mother that were not my fault, but they were things that I had to do to help him. I kept him from his father. Ginger has probably heard all the stories about my ex-husband because we were friends when this was all going on. He didn't get to see his dad. There was a lot of things that went on. And for Jordan to have a better life, my son, I kept him from his dad. And for a long time, Jordan blamed me for that. Sure. But now that he sees what kind of person his dad is and he doesn't talk to his dad now, he's like, he just recently within the last year was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so grateful for you. You were a good mom. I said all those things. I didn't mean them. You know, he said things that really hurt me in his 20s, really bad.
They're immature.
Well,
yeah.
That's a whole other show.
Yeah.
So we got a 16-year-old, and he is the best kid, handsome as hell, a whole bunch of girlfriends. He's a great kid, but god damn it, man.
Oh, when he's in a bad mood, it can ruin like the day.
Yeah, it makes me. I'm old school. I got my ass whipped if I, looked at my parents wrong.
Yeah.
Let alone doing the things that he does, I wouldn't even come home.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'd be fearful.
It's way different. My
it
daughter
doesn't work that day and age. It doesn't work now.
It doesn't.
Well,
it doesn't.
We're a lot older than him too, though. Like I had him when I was older, and so I think with us sometimes it just comes down to communication. Like I'm talking to him and I'm like, "Don't talk back to me," and he's like, "Aren't we having a conversation? Like I kind of need to talk back to you to participate." I'm like,
and I'm thinking he's being a smart ass. I'm like,
right.
Don't be a smart ass. He's like, smart ass. He's like,
should I be
you know
dumb?
what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
or when he called me
She
bro.
goes through this too. He called you bro.
He called me bro
Oh my
last
God.
week, and I was like,
You
"Dude,
won't do that
don't
in
call
front
me
of me.
bro." And then I'm
dude, don't call me
dude,
bro.
don't call me
Yeah.
Dude, bro is the same
he's just
thing.
No, wait.
and then he clams up, and I was like, "Wait, do you call your friends bro?" And he's like, "Yeah, all my friends." And I'm like, "Does that mean we're friends? Do you want to go do karate together?"
He's like, God damn it.
right.
It's hard. I have a 17. Both my kids are crazy, and
She has two girls, which I feel like is harder. I don't know. I felt like a boy was really, I don't want to say easy because nothing was easy, but it was a little easier having a boy.
It was like having the best kind of puppy ever.
When he was young.
God, yes.
He was young, yeah.
I can't wait till my daughters are like old enough and like appreciate me. Now I'm just like, can I have money?
That's what she's waiting. That's what we're waiting for.
Yeah.
Me, like I said, he doesn't do that to me. He tries to step on mom,
you're
but
the
then
man.
as soon as he won't do it in front of me, in front of her. Or
Yeah.
if he does, he's trying to get a reaction, and it's never good. Like I said,
But the appreciation will come. When he gets older, he will realize all the sacrifices, the things you've done, the things you tried to teach him, and then he will realize. It's just because he's young.
like you said, though, there were things for your boy to get mad about or think about later, like why did that happen? How come you kept me from seeing,
Yes.
who you were with? There's none of that here. I'll buy you a car next year. All you gotta do is take your blah blah blah, this and that. Oh no. Come on, man. Let's go. I'll get you into jiu-jitsu, this and that, blah, blah. No, this and that's
So
me.
wait, are you saying he doesn't care if he drives and he doesn't really care about sports?
He has everything that he would ever need.
This is how my son was. He didn't care to get his driver's license. He didn't get it till he was almost 20. And then also, I tried to put him in karate. I tried to get him to play soccer. I tried to get him anything.
Gym.
Any of that stuff. Nope. He wanted to play video games. That's all he wanted to do was play video games and hang out with his friends and get in trouble.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're there. We're
Yeah.
there
It's part of-
at 16, and some of the friends he hangs out with, we could tell, he'll come back and he'll be sagging his pants.
Yeah.
And then some of the friends he'll hang out with will come back and he's like kind of prepped out, this and that. So he's trying to figure out his own lane.
is.
He's
Like I said,
definitely trying to
we
figure
let
it
him,
out.
You know what I mean? At first, it's kind of a shock to me. And motherfucker, okay.
And because we weren't raised that way, that's the
Exactly.
hardest part. Yeah.
Exactly, because we have
My
a
mom
boot
would
in
have
our
beat my ass, yeah.
Exactly. We just didn't. You didn't fuck
Right.
around with that. You know what I mean? We wouldn't play with that. But these kids have no There's nothing, man. You're gonna take it. We're gonna give it to you, and you're just gonna take it. That's how I feel, and it's just the most disrespectful fucking thing I've ever gone through in my whole life is these teenage kids. Sorry, I sound like my parents. You know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck, they're so old.
Yeah, exactly. And that, and their parents, and their parents, and their parents.
Exactly.
Every parent went through this.
And that's how I feel. Like
do you feel like she feels like COVID played a part in this because he wasn't
definitely.
They weren't in school. Yeah,
humongous role.
Yeah,
humongous. It ruined kids.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, socially for sure.
And their grades, because the teachers. Not the teachers even. The counselors were even saying, because he was struggling, and then all of a sudden he's passing. I'm like, what's going on here? Well, this is what's happening, and this is what's happening. We have to shuffle.
Well, teachers would be like, if you turn in this one paper, I'll change your grade from F to a C.
Like, what the fuck's going on
because
here?
they needed the kids to pass to keep getting their funding or whatever. But.
So not only was he not learning. I'm not saying my kid's behind or anything, but he was behind. Like, what's going on here? How come he's still... we need to hold him back? No, you're fine. He's fine. Coming to find out, half the kids were in the same boat.
Yeah. Let me tell you where this gets interesting. Because I work in a bar now, obviously, and there's a lot of 21-year-olds that probably went through high school during COVID, right?
Your senior year.
These motherfuckers, like, let me get a beer. It's $2. Let me use my credit card. There's a $10 minimum. How many beers do I need to buy? I'm like, 5. Or I'll tell them that beer's $3, and then I'll say there's a $10. Well, let me get 2 more. And I said, okay, well, that's $9 now. We still need 1 more because you got to get it to 10. And they look at me like I'm fucking ridiculous. They're like, you know, I'm just like, you don't know math? What the fuck?
That's simple math.
It is. And like counting their change back to them and stuff. They look all weird when I count back like $100 bill if they give me 100, you know. But it's fine. I'm like, I'm counting it for me, really. Right. But I mean, you should know how much money I'm giving you back. So you know, like later not to come back and be like, oh, you shorted me $20.
The fuck did they care? They came from mom and dad anyway.
It probably did.
Right.
did.
It's frightening.
Yeah.
It's frightening to think like, you know, the Tide Pod challenge, for example. My kid was like, how old was he? Like 4th grade, 5th grade, when the Tide Pod challenge
he mentioned it.
And he was like, yeah, I'm going to do he like mentioned it. And I was like, bro.
I can't even get the lid of the Tide Pods open, motherfucker.
Not just that. And now they're locked up in the stores. But I told my kid, okay, any of these stupid challenges, there's a risk of death there. So please ask me first before trying to do these challenges, because if you do it and die, I'll be able to rest in peace because I knew you're too stupid to live. But if you do it and survive, I'll have to haunt you because I'll just think you got lucky by chance. So always check with me first.
Too stupid to live. This one here, I'm telling you, she's great.
Yes, she is. Why do you think we've been friends for so long?
All right, it's awesome.
All right, well, I think we should wrap this up. I think it's been a very interesting podcast.
How fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
No, absolutely.
Thank you for joining us.
And then let's
minute.
again talk about your band, Space Hooker.
Space Hooker.
And you're going to be coming back out doing stuff.
I'll probably be doing something in October, the end of October somewhere.
With the same band or a new? Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you guys?
You had something else too. Fulton 55.
Normally I play there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it always on the weekends?
Summers. Yeah, Friday or Saturday. Yeah, during the week is kind of hectic for me.
What about like a Sunday? Could you have a Sunday show somewhere for your friend Nikki to come see?
Yeah, maybe like a house party would be super fun.
What?
He sounds.
I have a house.
Yeah,
right.
In a big backyard.
He sounds amazing at house parties. I mean, he sounds amazing. The club, depending on the sound guy, sometimes it hasn't been perfect. But at house parties, when he hooks up all his stuff, it sounds so legit.
Sounds pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to get that rolling, sir.
Right on.
Can we charge people at the door?
Fuck yeah.
All right.
I'll pay for free.
I got to pay the band. I got to pay the bills.
Oh, good.
Come on in. It's $20.
Pay the rent party.
Yeah. It was really good having you guys. It was good seeing you. It's so nice to see two people that really, truly love each other. Like, because it's a disheartening world out there sometimes. Mm-hmm. It really is. And so just at the end of our episode, we do an ode to my dog. I don't know why we started this. So
Cool.
Yeah. So we're going to say with that, Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger that.